Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, second grade. Welcome back to another beautiful day. I'm so glad that you're here to join me. My name is Mrs. Vang, and you're right. You guys are here so that we can become amazing readers and writers. And I know you guys have become amazing readers and writers. Now, remember, all week I'm sharing some of my favorite books with you guys. And this is, again, another favorite book of mine. This is a book called The Whispering Cloth. And boys and girls, have you seen one of these before? You know what they're called? We call this a bandao. And another word for this is a story cloth. So I love this book because it talks about a little girl and how her grandma teaches her how to sew one of these bandao because it tells the story of her life in the refugee camp in Thailand. And so I love reading this book because it reminds me of the stories that my parents and my uncles and and our older aunts and uncles would tell us when they were living over in Thailand and Laos and how they came over here to America. And so every time I see one of these bandao, I always like to just see if I can tell a story from it. So if you see one of these bandao, see if you can tell a story from it. And that's what I love about these bandao in this book. So if you want to read more about this, you can see if you can find it on Sora if you have the Sora app or at your county library. Now, are you guys ready to see which school came in our number 2 spot on the Sora countdown list? Oh, fingers crossed. Let's see if it's your school. Ready? Okay, let's see. Coming in number two is Ewing Elementary. Awesome job, Ewing Elementary. You guys are doing a great job checking out those books and reading. Just like Wilson, you guys have been on our countdowns for many weeks. Awesome job reading and making your brain super strong. Now, boys and girls, I'm sharing some of my favorite books. I would love to hear what some of your favorite books are. And you can write to me here at the studio. So you see the address you see below? There you go. Write to me here. Or some of you guys I know are really good at email. You see that email address on the bottom? You can also email me a letter and tell me about your favorite book. And once I get your letter or your email, I'll send you one of these awesome activity books. So don't forget to put your home address so I know where to send them, okay? All right, boys and girls, I can't wait to get your letters. Okay, boys and girls, are you ready? Let's get started. Let's start to make our brain, you're right, super strong, because that's how we can make it super strong and super smart. So we're going to start off with our, good job, listening ears. Remember, we need to train our ears to listen for those different sounds, okay? So today, we're going to continue but we're going to practice our initial and final sound substitution that we practiced a couple days ago, okay? This is where I'm going to say some sounds. I'm going to substitute either the initial or the final sound, and then we're going to make a new word, okay? Let's see if you guys can do this with me. Remember, I'm going to use my red and yellow dots to help us, okay? So help me blend these sounds together. Ready? R, ound, round. What's my word? Round. Good job. Now if I substitute that R to a what's my new sound? Oh, not sound. What's my new word? Mound. Mound. Good job. I was thinking round, sound, mound. Guess what? They all rhyme. Oh, my brain. It's working. Okay. Next set of sounds. Ready? Ouch. What is it? Ouch. Good job. Substitute that ch to a what's my new word? Owl. Good job. Owl. Good. Okay. last set of sounds. You guys are doing great. Ready? B, ow, ts, b, ow. Oh, you know what? Let's try that again. Mrs. Zhang forgot a sound. B, ow, now, bounce. What is it? Bounce. That's better. Bounce. Okay. Now, what if I change that s at the end, and I'm going to change it to a d. What's my new word? Bound. What is it? Bound. Good job. How did you do? Good job, boys and girls. Okay. Now, let's get ready for our focus spelling pattern this week. And remember, all week we have been focusing on, good job, the ow sound. Did you guys hear that when we were doing our initial and final substitution? All the vowels sound were the ow sound. So this week we are focused on the ow sound. And the ow sound has two different spellings. So I want you to help me spell and say the sound. Ready? O, you can say ow. Good job. O, W can say ow. Good job. And don't forget, we also learned a couple weeks ago that OW can also say O. So as you're reading, be careful. If you say the ow sound, it doesn't make sense, change it to the O sound. Okay, I have some letters up here. Help me blend these letters together. Ready? Okay, first set of letters. SH is shh. Good. OU says ow. T. Oh, do you see what I added up here? That's right, the EDA. I added an inflectional ending, which means it happened already. It happened in the past. Let's blend it all together now. Shout, ed, shouted. And this one says ed. Good job. Shouted. Good job. I thought I was going to trick you guys by adding the inflectional ending, but I didn't. Good. Okay, let's practice reading the next set of letters. Ready? N, ow. What is it? Now. Good reading, boys and girls. Okay, now, guess what? If I come back to my first word, shouted, and I'm going to build some words, but I'm going to teach you, remember, sometimes if you know how to spell one word, did you notice that there are times, you're right, if you can spell one word, you can spell lots of them, right? They're what we call our word family, right? So shout, shouted. I'm going to take this away so that we can just have the word shout, because I want to spell the word pout, pout. So if I want to spell pout, what do I substitute that sh for? Good. For the S. You're right, that's not an S. I was seeing you were listening. P. Good job. Pout. Now what if I want to spell the word spout? Then I'll just need the S. You see what my brain did? My brain is going way too fast. It knew that it could spell spout from pout. Good. Now, how about this one? Now. What other words can I spell? Now. How about cow? Substitute the N for a what? For a K. Good job. And how about if I want to spell plow? Good. Substitute the K for a pl. Plow. Good job. Do you see how important it is to hear those sounds? And that's what we were practicing earlier with our initial and final substitution. When you do that, you can spell more than one word, and they all are what we call our word families, right? So, and today's Thursday, and guess what, boys and girls, you're right. Thursday means I have a book for us to read. But before we read, let's go through our fluency, right? So, fluency is, as you're reading, I want you to check to make sure that you're reading words accurately. Just making sure that you're reading each word correctly. We're going to focus on our read, meaning we're not going to read too fast, we're not going to read too slow. We're going to focus on our expression, reading with feelings. And as you're reading, pay attention to those punctuation, because the punctuation is going to help you with your expression. So for your period, your question mark, and your exclamation mark. Okay, so today I have a story called Let's Help Out, which is a nonfiction text. And as you are reading along with me, I want you to think of ways that you can help. Are you ready? Let's read this together.
Let's help out. You can help out in your town in so many ways. Use your head and you can find the answer to many problems. How about helping out in the park? You can pick up trash and sticks that are on the ground. A big crowd of helpers can do a big job. A clean park means a lot to people in your town. You can help out people in your town. If a neighbor is sick, a few minutes with that person means a lot. You might read to her or him. You might make a pretty get well card. Does a neighbor need help when it snows? A town snowplow can't take care of all the snow. You can help by clearing up the snowy paths to the house. How can you help out in your town? There are many ways. Try just one.
So boys and girls, did you think of ways that you can help out? Lots of ways. I hear you guys. Good. Helping your mom or dad take care of your baby brother or sister. That's a great way to help out. Now, did you guys get tricked? There was a word in there with the O-W. Didn't say ow, did it? What word was it? Snow. The snow has the S-O that said O. I hope you guys didn't get tricked with that. That was tricky. We learned that a couple of weeks ago. Okay, did you find any words with the owls sound? Good. I found some too. Let's read it together. Ready? House, ground, about, town, how, crowd, and plow. Now, how many high frequency words did you read? I read 3 too. Head, minutes, and pretty. Good job. Now, speaking of high frequency words, let's go and learn our 2 focused high frequency words for today. Ready? Help me read and write them. Do you see how our high frequency words showed up in our book that we were reading? They do show up most frequently. Okay, let's read and spell my first word, which is heard. Help me read it again. Heard. Good. Help me spell it. H-E-A-R-D, heard. Next word, myself. Help me spell it. M-Y-S-E-L-F, myself. Good. Now, let's see if you guys can put these 2 words into my 2 sentences. Ready? Al, his sister on the swing. And the town will, a new school next year. Let's see. Did those 2 words make sense in my sentence? You're right, it didn't. Oh, I'm so glad you guys saw that. You're right. Mrs. Wang put the wrong sentences up here. Boys and girls, is that okay when we make mistakes like that? It is. So guess what? Tomorrow, we're going to learn the 2 words that we're going to put into the sentence, because if you were reading, you know that heard and myself did not make sense in that sentence. And so you know what? Tomorrow, we'll go and read the 2 words that we did learn. But remember to practice your high frequency words, because they do show most often when we're reading. And so boys and girls, when you're doing something, and guess what? When things are getting too hard, what do you say to yourself? I am a problem solver. Because guess what happened? There was something that was wrong, and I'm going to solve that problem by just doing it again tomorrow. And it's okay. So tell yourself, it's okay, because we can solve our own problems. Boys and girls, I hope you have a great day learning, and I hope to see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.